friend does too.
Roll that check I just sent to all of you when you are good to get going.
Ooh, terrible roll.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
not actually relevant. I'm just sending the checks out so I can make sure everybody's paying attention.
My
Okay.
my favorite of the cats is the most stupid one. So Charles. Yeah,
Leo.
Charles.
All gingers.
Charles is more stupid than Leo. I'm sorry.
Leo isn't smart enough to look straight, okay? So,
That's a
how's
biological
everybody
issue.
doing?
Good.
Pretty alright.
Okay.
I have cold brew in the fridge.
I have bubble tea in the fridge.
Hell yeah. So, where we last left off, everybody was getting ready for a fun little adventure.
We have a cannon.
You do have a cannon. Unfortunately, you cannot walk the cannon into the base quite yet, as Nara is a little bit worried about the master of conjuration and teleportation learning how the teleportation magic on the tower works if he is able to study it.
That could be a bit
So,
rough.
the current plan is to go under the information provided by Brianna that there is a temporary truce until the real threat is dealt with. That they have bigger problems than attacking you guys on site at the moment. To maybe not sneak in, but join them at the efforts at the fort and see if you can't join the little fray that's going to be kicking off any time now.
So they're willing to tolerate us for the wedding, but once the reception starts, we need to leave.
Yeah, once the actual ring is on the finger, they're going to append the adjective red to the front of the wedding. So just be ready for that. So I believe people picked up their temporary items last week. So unless anybody has anything they want to go over beforehand, we can start off the session by heading over to the fun little fort.
Oh boy.
All right. Any objections? Any last minute things?
Screens.
Yeah, that's normal. All right, cool. Let's have a little party. So, Nar makes the preparations and jumps you maybe about a 15-minute walk outside of the fort, staying out of visual range so the aura doesn't drop too close to them, and so that she can do what she can to make preparations to jump into the fort and assist you, both when the Demonhost arrives or when they we can probably fit a quickie in and try to kill you when you show up at the door. So she has said she will offer support whenever fighting breaks out. She'll just need a few seconds to jump over based on the distance you guys are currently away. But with that, she points you guys westward towards the fort and wishes you all luck.
I think, did we mention last time that once the Demonhost is down, she was gonna start blasting shit, or was that Move talking about that?
That was a Move saying she has plans to incapacitate the Silver Order.
Okay, I could not remember.
Is there supposed to be music?
Mine's still loading.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's still loading the music.
I don't like the name of this song, Matthew.
It's a Nier song, of course. It has something cryptic.
Okay, fair.
Like Near? This is Near, isn't it?
I forget if Cold Steel Coffin is Nier or Automata.
I feel like it's Near.
I think it's Near Far.
Near. is music. Okay.
Yeah, it's near replicant, so the original.
Oh man, I was muted. That's unfortunate.
Aw.
That's rough.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Music loaded. Map still loading.
Map
There we
just-
go.
That's not a small place.
Oh wait.
No,
my
it
bad.
is not.
I'm
Ooh
at
boy.
9. Oh, there it is.
See some
So,
big boys.
for your knowledge, gotta work with what you can on the internet. This fort is pristine.
Okay.
Okay.
And based on what Nara told you, it did not exist until very recently.
Huh.
So
Ethos
it
is
looked
like,
like it's a freshly grown fortress.
Jesus.
Brown.
Ethos dipped into our reality, heard about Oda Nobunaga and like the instant fortress he developed overnight. Was like, bet.
Also, Reeves and Reese, roll me arcane checks or occult checks, your choice.
Mm, you got it, boss. I'm gonna go occultism for that.
I know nothing.
Reese, you've heard of spells to summon fortifications before. This is a bit larger than any of the on-brand ones. Then again, does sound like they have a god of conjuration. Might be within his wheelhouse.
Neat trick.
Yeah.
Reeps thinks the crenellations are great.
That's some cool rock. I wonder if I can steal some. As you begin approaching, you notice several Silver Ordermen watching you from the ramparts. A couple of the larger spear-wielding ones that you know can essentially dragoon dive you. And a number of archers watching you from behind the little, I think they're parapets, the little
Yeah.
jutting
Yep,
chunks
so-
of stone. As you start heading down, let me see the marching order.
All right, who's going first?
No, thank you.
Game is paused.
Oh, that'd probably help.
I love how I almost moved to hit spacebar. Damn, brain.
Fine. So you want me talking to them, but hey.
In reality, the options of first are you or Wolf.
We're theoretically not coming here to fight them yet.
One will hope.
Yet.
Maya,
I
what?
said yet.
Why is Maya near death? Reset her HP.
I don't
suppose.
know what you're talking about. She's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Big plus 118.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's fine.
I suppose Reese can be closer to the front if you need someone with high charisma. It
I
is
can talk.
his one thing.
We're supposed to theoretically be here and aiding. We're here under
Fuck.
truce.
Tomas is good. I'll talk to him.
That's probably not for
Reese
the
just
best.
calls back. No, you won't.
Let's not start the ruckus before we have to. Use them while we got them.
All right. Everybody happy with the formation? All right.
I think so.
There we go. So, as you guys begin approaching, you see the two standard Silver Order members standing at the doorway, looking over in your direction, and once one of you set foot on the bridge, They don't seem to cross their weapons in front of the doorway, but rather just look out towards you, and once you are within earshot, call out. Greetings, scions of Brianna.
It's the Redeemers, actually.
What the fuck is a scion?
Reese just wiggles his fingers at them. We're here
Please
for the
state your
party.
business.
Going great so far.
There's a pause for a moment. Very well, wait there for a moment. We will relay your intentions. And neither of them move.
Alright.
Using their mind mumbo jumbo again.
Speaking of which, before we left, did we establish any mind mumbo jumbo?
Reese definitely could have. It was discussed last session.
It was.
It was discussed last session.
So everybody but Reeves has telepathic bond.
Another thing that I feel like we should have discussed last session, we found the spear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mika's got it.
Unless we were gonna hide it, because we didn't exactly want them to know we had it. Or
Reese can stash it in his sleeves, maybe. That seems dangerous.
I remember we talked about that, and yeah, they were figured they're not terrible. They probably know we. I don't know if they know we have it or not. They know it's hidden, but they don't know we've got it. So yes.
Would a void steel spear cut through an extra dimensional space?
Could it cut through steel beams?
Mika does have her
Yeah.
bag of holding, so she could be.
No, that's why I'm asking, because Reese's sleeves and bags of holding are extra dimensional space, and if you tear it, it just destroys it.
Gotcha.
We might not
You
be
could
able to
always
conceal
do.
it like that.
You could always do brain surgery with the spear and test it.
Could always
We should
wrap it.
We should also test if
I don't think that'll
Wrap
work.
it.
we should also test to see if a pure void steel spear can pierce a pure void steel shield.
Sure. When we find the shield, we'll get right on that.
From previous attempts, void steel shields are able to block void steel weapons. You haven't tested the spear specifically. But previously, that guard woman who came with you and had a void steel shield was able to block every sword.
I see.
Would Reese be able to make an occultism check to see if it would cut through the extra dimensional space or if it would just float in it?
You can give it a shot.
Hey, you miss all the shots you don't take.
While Reese is
44.
trying to figure that out, can we just wrap it in a shirt?
It'll cut through the fabric, though.
Only if you
If you're not applying pressure, does it still cut?
It's the same way that you would cut a sword, like a sword would cut through something. Gently resting something against a sword edge won't necessarily slice it. Swinging it,
Yeah.
it just treats all objects as if they were soft as cloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So theoretically, we can technically wrap the head of it.
Yeah, as long as you're careful, you can wrap the head.
Yeah, I'm just worried about what'll happen when we put it away.
Yeah, the whole thing is you just have to be gentle with holding them, or have a void steel sheath. Because if you drop it, it'll just dig a hole in the floor until something that isn't void steel catches.
But it's within the bag of holding, though, would be fine until withdrawn out.
Potentially. Nobody's tested it.
Sorry, I had to close my window because it was getting violent.
But in theory, unless it has some weird properties, as long as you gently place it in there, you should be fine.
Reese can either gently put it into his sleeves or Mika can put it gently into their bag of holding. Whichever you prefer.
I think Mika will stash it in the bag. And take out anything unnecessary out of the bag just in case.
It's only a bulk. It fits.
Yeah, well, mostly just in case the bag did get it did wreck the space and I'm not losing shit all over the field.
You can move your stuff into Reese's sleeves.
Okay, because
There
you
we
don't
go.
have a repair kit and shit like that, so just things that may not be needed, but
Yeah, you can stash those in Reese's sleeves.
Yeah,
We
so
can do
anything
that
you
before we
would
head
want,
out.
you can just put in your backpack. Anything else, you can put in cold storage or barred storage.
can't barred storage. Okay.
All right.
So we shall do that. preemptively.
So, snap back to reality. Mika has an inconspicuous spear in her inconspicuous bag that nobody can currently see, luckily. That'll be a fun little surprise for later, potentially. But after about a minute, you guys hear the sound of hard soles shoes clacking against the stone floors of the fortress as a figure appears from behind the Silver Order Knights as they both, in a very uniform gesture, spin on their heels away from the doorway, step back, and clack the butts of their spears onto the drawbridge, and make a entrance about one person wide, revealing a fun little friend behind the door.
I don't know that one.
Hello again. From what I've been told, you're here to assist with the Demonhost.
Well, methods aside, we're here for the same thing.
Indeed.
Right. More like steal your valor at the last second, but hey, same thing, right?
Can't
More or
say
less.
we've met.
Same.
Some of us have.
Yes, I've met half of you. For those that have not had the chance to meet me before, I am Valore. I am sure Nara has spoken very highly of me.
Nothing but
yes.
praise.
Nice to meet you, all the same.
Charmed.
Indeed, and it is good to put faces to names for the rest of you.
Sure it is.
Well, in an effort to make sure that we have the best possibility of succeeding, would you like a brief tour of the facility so you can best decide where your skills would be put to use?
I feel like that would be excellent, actually.
Very useful.
Of course. Follow me then. Just casually starts walking off.
I guess we start casually following.
Reese gestures for Mika to go first since it's only one person wide.
Yeah, I mean, Mika will do so.
Yep.
Up, 2, 3,
So feel
4.
free to follow him out into the courtyard up here.
Yeah, we can just
Yes,
move, I think.
yes, I lost track of him, so I was up there. Okay.
And I will begin revealing the things that you see.
Oh,
Yeah, lots of friends.
Hello.
who is that?
Oh, motherfucker.
What is that? That's not a who.
That's not a who.
That's,
Yeah.
The
I
people that went to
Ember Main. We know who that
the
is.
Ember Maid house, they recognize them. Those are the knight captains that are drawn from the dwarven auxiliaries.
Quite a setup. I'm
Wait, are we
impressed.
talking about the guys up top?
She's talking about the gold beard one in the center.
Yeah.
They're the ones that lead the dwarven
Oh.
silver order members.
So many
This
big...
guy right here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where we- Okay.
he's the knight captain. You've seen a couple types of them, like the mages that you saw in the ruins with Donald, the big one that got murdered at the party. There seem to be different varieties.
So many big spiky boys.
Yes, considering our query for the day, we thought best to be prepared. We routed as many forces as we safely could from other regions to make sure this went as smoothly as possible, but considering your expertise, we do appreciate the assistance. Anything to minimize casualties is appreciated.
That is the plan.
Like your crenellations.
Sorry, 1 second. Did you say crenellations?
Yeah.
The decorative part on like the castle and such. The top.
I see. Thank you. We went with a standard Bressian design. Though I cannot say that the appearance of the fort is our primary concern.
Well, good job anyway.
He just nods at that as he continues heading along and gestures towards the central area.
Reeves just like, sheesh, taking the compliment.
Currently, we have a number of mages finalizing a summoning circle to pull our quarry from the rift. The veil here is thin, and we've already locked on to his signature, so at this point it's a matter of when, not if. Currently, they'll be breaching in the center of the fortification, and we have prepared some means to bind them at least temporarily, but I wouldn't expect them to hold them long. They're more of a means to slow the creature than stop them entirely.
Yeah, its last bindings didn't seem to hold it over long. From what we saw.
I imagine not. And considering your current state, I don't imagine any of you ever saw it in its fully realized form, so it'll be
Educational.
that's one word for it, yes.
I liked learning new things.
We'll see if you still feel that way at the end of this.
Probably not.
We have fortifications set up all around it, most of them around 20 feet off the ground, with access points at several places along the fortification, but the central courtyard where we'll be summoning it is only reachable from two direct points. One will be heading through, and the other one a bit further to the west. If you are planning on attacking it from afar, I recommend setting up on one of the battlements within sight. And for those that are more direct in their means of combat, taking one of the side courtyards. Stand clear of the summoning circle until it's been fully brought in and restrained to some extent, if you value your health, after which you are free to operate as you see fit.
Alright.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. Looks fairly light up there. Should be able to post up on the west and do okay.
From my understanding, where's the summoning spot that he's talking about?
Right.
It's gonna be right here.
Okay, and the battlements he's talking about, like, up here.
The
over
area
here?
where all these dwarves and
Okay.
archers are, any of the side walls,
Okay.
or any of the, are this tower jutting out here.
Okay.
Is this here a stair up to where the dwarves are, or is it like underneath that arch?
It's underneath the arch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Currently, they have ladders set up here and here. There are also stairways on the inside. It should be a few minutes longer before we're ready to fully complete the summoning ritual if you wish to get in place on the battlements.
Very well. Is there any other information you can provide us that'll give us an edge in the battle ahead?
Don't want to accidentally step on anything else you've had set up.
We have a few specialists located around that are going to be focused on restraining and subduing them as much as possible. Think of what this is going to be rather than an opponent as a force of nature. One cannot simply block their strikes by themselves, but we do have some measures in place to offer defense against key individuals within our group.
So it's like fighting a tornado.
Or a landslide, but you get the gist.
I'm a partial
And
Adventist myself.
How about... What about up there? Would that work for some of you range types?
it's possible, but just be wary we don't have any defensive measures set up around that central point. If it decides to collapse the fortification, there won't be much we can do to protect you. So unless you have some means of slowing your fall or clearing the area, I would recommend avoiding it.
Okay. So don't go that way. Over the mental link, Miko would be like, there's our route out.
And resolve the mental link is like, maybe, maybe not.
Do note that we have several diviners with us. We're going to try to identify any obvious signs of danger to the operation. If we notice anything that you might be able to assist with, we'll try to call it out as best we can. You are not required to act, given that you are not a member of the Silver Order, but if they are able to take out any of our auxiliaries completely, be it our weapons teams or any of the mages that are restraining them, it will be detrimental for our ability to limit their ability to act.
Well, good news for you. I'm pretty much fast enough to get wherever I'm needed, and I'm not much in the interest of watching your people die for nothing. So, you call out somewhere to put me, and I'll get there.
Much appreciated.
I can also patch a few people up if necessary.
Same.
Good to know.
And provide support magic.
Yes. At the very least, if you can keep them stable, the enchantments from their blessing should eventually allow them to pick themselves back up.
Alright, good to know.
And just for clarity, considering your previous engagements with them, do be aware that Eber is involved in this operation. He's
Gross.
currently in the central hold.
The central hold, that's the unprotected part, or that's the courtyard?
We'll be heading up there very shortly through the central courtyard.
Right.
Great. Can't wait.
Yes, I don't think he's thrilled to see you either, but considering the circumstances, we've all decided to make sacrifices.
Did you say it was Eber?
Yeah.
Reese's arch nemesis ever.
More like the party's arch nemesis.
Yeah.
I think we all have reason to hate him.
Yeah, Lana's just like, yeah, I get it. We all hate Ever. Let's just.
He made it real personal with Reese.
Well, he is a bit distasteful. At the very least, you'll find his particular skill set of quite a bit of use here. So do try to restrain yourself in his presence. He will be doing his utmost, considering the operation here.
Whatever we can get. We need all we can get for this.
It must be so taxing on him.
It took armies last time.
Very good at ignoring unpleasant people, so.
Alright. Let's go find some spots.
Miko, real quick.
Aye.
I'm ranged, so I'm probably gonna be up top. Maya, not so much ranged. He's gonna reach into his bag and hand Mika one of his fading, greater potions, I think it is. Yeah, a fading greater healing potion. Be like, I'll try to keep her out of like super harm's way, but just in case this is for her. If it gets too bad, push this spot on her collar and he'll show her like the little like rune. She'll get small and she can run away easier.
Gotcha. And I've got greater healing potions of my own too. This one
Yeah.
you have different?
No.
Okay. You said
Just-
fading, so I
and-
wasn't sure.
Oh, it's one of like the ones that will go away at the end of the mission.
Oh, okay.
aside
Yeah,
from
that's what
fading.
Mika's got too. So, okay.
Yeah.
So just add a count up.
Yeah, he's just giving you one more for Maya specifically.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll
Thanks,
bet.
Mika.
No problem. I'll do my best to keep her out in one piece.
I'll give her a scruff between the ears.
All right. I should be arriving at the central courtyard within the next few minutes. Do you have any final questions to me before we arrive?
Unless there's
Come on.
any booby traps we should
Come
be
on.
stepping on.
Up. Yeah.
No, we do not have any engineers setting up traps. As long as you stay clear of the central area when the summoning is ongoing, you should be fine.
Very well.
Alright.
Where are you going to be in all of this?
I'll be stationed towards the back with some of the other mages, focusing on divination and making sure that the rift doesn't tear open too wide after they come through. It'll be my job to make sure that you aren't swept up in a tide of its followers while dealing with the primary threat. So I will unfortunately be largely indisposed for this fight, but I think you will all be the better for it.
Alright, good to know.
Yeah, it'll be nice to know that someone's got our back at least.
To an extent, but I
For
will
now.
be very cautious of considering that long term.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't want to assume.
To be perfectly clear with you all, I assume your capabilities of monitoring the health of the demon host will about rival ours. Do be aware once it's dead, the truce will be off immediately.
Understood.
We are aware.
We're under no such illusions.
Surprisingly honorable.
Alright.
It is not my call what happens here, but unfortunately, things are as they are.
Come on. Get back up here, dumbass.
Imagining Tomas saying that to Maya.
Yeah. Whatever impact you can or could have from here on out is
Yeah, Sam?
Sam?
Sorry.
Large rustling.
It was a cat.
Wow, that was a really crazy gust of wind that came up. You guys are summoning something crazy out there.
yes,
That
a
Funkle's
demon
doing its
host.
job.
Hear that, Loki? You're a demon host.
Anyway, as you were saying about impact we could have.
The impact that your group could potentially have from here on out is indeterminate at best. I don't personally see a reason to deal with you here, but that is not my call to make. Do with that information as you wish.
I appreciate your honesty.
Bitch.
And he just starts leading you off towards the central courtyard.
Along.
Alright, so where does
Memorizing.
everybody want to post up?
So as you guys get to this point, he's going to gesture for you guys to head up this point here and into the central area. And he is going to depart over towards here to begin focusing on the summoning spells.
Over the telepathic bond, Reese is going to say, I wouldn't rely on this to be unmonitored, so please be careful as to what you say.
Understood.
Tomas is gonna send Maya with them.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Tomas is gonna find the stairs and make his way up top.
You can just set up wherever.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go.
You are free to stay here. Whoops. Here. Or here.
Lana will go over there.
Yeah.
because that's the location she just arbitrarily picked to be.
Mika's
Hell
not,
yeah.
not fast enough to go up that way. She's gonna stay down here toward the arch.
Mm-hmm.
Does Ever
Oh,
say anything
man.
to us?
Nope, he seems to be discussing strategy with the leader, with the knight captain, and not paying you too much mind.
That's good. The more less he
Reese is
notices,
going
the
to
better.
ignore him.
Yeah, like
Um,
he glanced over in your direction as he arrived, but he didn't stop his conversation or seem to react at all to your presence.
That's good. Ignore for the bow.
The summoning circle's in this area.
It is. Let me mark it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Farther up than I was
That's
thinking.
that is bigger than I expected it to
That's
be,
why
but
he did
then
not.
again,
That's why he advised against that building up there. All right.
Yep. No, it's big.
Big
cool.
He Lord.
General question with distance and spellcasting.
Yes.
Maya's 25 feet away from me, but I am above her. If the range is 30 feet, can I still reach her?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Height is a very tricky thing.
Gotta break out the trig.
Yeah, exactly. A squared plus b squared.
No. Okay.
Or I can put myself right there.
That'll do it. That's
Right, is that okay right there?
Yeah, it's fine as long as you're not like the dwarven teams are manning like cannons, but the others are just using bows. As long as you're not like actively getting in their way, they're fine.
No, that's like, I'm small, I won't get in your way. Don't mind me. Just gotta reach
I'm
my
not
cat.
certain where to put Reese.
Um, just be aware that as long as you choose to designate them as such, uh, the Silver Order will be considered allies for Bardic Inspiration.
Oh.
What about for the ember?
You are allowed to give them the Ember as well if you wish.
Interesting.
I suppose I should stay in melee then and not be ranged.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this guy?
That is a knight captain. You would have seen a similar one murdered at the mansion over in the
Okay.
Hearthlands.
His helmet is sexy.
Yeah, no, he is fucking large, by the way.
Large.
Big,
So,
huge.
Big boy.
He's probably the biggest Silver Order member here.
Well, there's Mika. Where's Wolf positioned? Reese will probably stick close to Wolf and Mika to give them the bonus and also get. I don't want to be in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know why you're in front. I was like, I'm gonna stay your flank, but you're in the front.
I'm like a squeaky toy.
Let me know when you're all in position and we'll get started.
As much as Reese doesn't want to be anywhere near Ever and giving him benefits, he'll stick down there, I think.
yeah.
Alright.
As good as she's gonna get.
It's been so many years, Matt. How are you feeling?
Alright, let's have some fun.
I don't like that.
Matt says, I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's okay. He hasn't fucked me up in a bit.
Alright. So, you hear the chanting around you begin to intensify as the sky overhead begins to darken a little bit as clouds roll in. And you see the circle that encompasses nearly 80 feet in diameter begin to glow with a series of arcane lights starting at the north and spiraling around and filling into the intricate arcane glyphs through its center until it encompasses the entire area and begins thrumming with a powerful magic with enough force that even you, Lana, and Reeves can feel it in your bones as the ground underneath your feet shakes slightly, and you see some of the rocks trickle down from the northern mountainside against the hill that the fort is currently built up against. And slowly you hear something almost like fabric tearing, like jeans being ripped apart, as you see a seam begin to form in the air and tear itself open inch by inch by inch until it's maybe 10 feet in length. And you see this massive black clawed hand tip through, and another, and it just begins pulling the gap apart until eventually something pulls itself forth from the rift. And it's far larger than any of you could have ever expected.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh
Very
no!
fucking big.
Hey, buddy.
Towering at
Demonhost got
nearly
hands.
80 feet tall,
Fuck.
this mountain of flesh and chitin and bone pulls itself forth from the rift as you see all of the Silver Order members in unison snap their weapons into position as Eva raises his hand, ready to give the signal at a moment's notice. And with a quick gesture, you see dozens of portals open up from around the demon host, and I need you all to give me a perception check.
Oh boy. Those are my best.
Where's my
Oddly.
perception? Hey.
Rolled really good.
Wolf, I need a perception check. Thank you. Wolf, Lana, and Reeves. You simply see dozens of heavy gauge chain fired almost from what looks like the kind that they would shoot from like a ship or something similar to pierce into an object and weigh it down. Dozens of these appear from the portal and dig itself into the flesh, some of them bouncing off the harder surfaces, but most finding purchase and growing taut as they try to restrain it and pull it downwards. Mika, Tomas, and Reese, inside each of the little portals that opened up, you see a set of manned cannons. It looks like they are opening up numerous portals to some other location and using it to stage we'll call it a planar trap of sorts, where they had set people up in pocket dimensions beforehand in an effort to ensnare the creature. You can see it struggling against the chains as it easily managed to pull one, just tearing the cannon that anchored it in place through the portal before it's quickly snapped behind it, before his hand just thrust through the air and through the stone tower where it was before, nearly murdering the people within it. But as they pull taut and you see him with great struggle drop down to one knee and let out a low grumbling roar, he scans the battlefield. And with a signal, you hear dozens of voices let out a roar together. And with that, you know, battle has begun. So let me select all of you real quick, and then we can begin initiative.
Hey Matt.
Yeah?
I'm gonna guess that the demon host triggers
Not a
my
demon, weirdly
favorite.
enough.
Demon host, not a demon. Weird.
Can I use my shared prey with that?
Yeah.
And can I put it on Eber?
Now, yeah.
Wait, what?
You gave it to Eber?
I gave it to Eber.
Alright.
Everyone
Fair enough.
Everyone pile the buffs on the Void Steel Samurai.
Point.
Hey, it's a strat. Alright,
See?
everybody, roll me initiative.
We can make him do work for us.
Yeah.
But he
Alright.
wouldn't expect us to help him.
Now, this is a soundtrack for very few people, and one of them is me.
Oh
Let's
no.
do this.
Look at that initiative roll.
Oh no.
Hi.
How do I know this one?
Wolf, roll initiative.
Oh, I did. Oh, I'm lagging.
How could
Can
you?
you tell me when it goes through?
We get to see the Demonhost initiative.
I beat out the demon host.
It went through,
There we go.
but not ever. Aw, look, Reese is almost last again. We're back to normal. Bless his little bard heart.
Thought Mika did good. Damn, go Wolf.
Alright. So, I need everybody within 120 feet to start by giving me a will saving throw.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Whatever.
It will saving throw?
Alright.
Ah!
Hmm?
I know this song. Fuck yeah, Matt.
Hell yeah.
Hasn't loaded
It
for me
is
yet, so I
Persona
can't
3.
hear it.
So, yep,
There
I
it
can,
goes.
That's Persona.
Oh man. I gotta crank
Oh,
this
there it
one.
is.
I gotta crank this one up.
Animu.
Let us see, where the fuck was that DC? Because that's the one thing I forgot to bring up.
Oopsie.
Oops a doodle.
Okay.
This seems fitting.
I always find it so fun how different the choices me and Matt make with music are. There's like small overlaps, otherwise we are completely polar opposites.
All right. So, some of you nearly feel the fear set into your heart, as you've been preparing for this for a long time, but the scale of this thing is beyond anything that you could have possibly comprehended. With just a swat of its arm, it sent part of this fortification crumbling. And you nearly take a step back for a moment before you see a series of runes around the area begin to flash with light. And for those of you that were teetering on the edge, you feel something well up inside you and give you just that tiny little bit of strength to push through it. The runes in the area give a +2 to all the fear saving throws, which pushed everybody but Tomas up to a success.
Yay.
LOL.
Which means I get a crit success.
Yes, and Lana also gets a crit success.
Same for me. I don't know if it was a fear effect, yeah.
Correct, it is a fear effect.
So yay, me too.
So, Reeves, you are frightened 1. Oh god. Is that frightened? Yeah.
What's frame mean again?
You get a -1 on everything
Okay.
for 1 turn.
Okay.
Wolf, you are frightened 1, unless... Yeah, because your will came from something else. And Tomas, unfortunately, you are frightened 2. And I believe Maya is as well.
Maya got a effect of 36. I don't know what counts as a.
Unfortunately, that is just shy.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
like father, like daughter there.
Yeah.
The fucking demon hunter.
Mm-hmm. You've been preparing for demons. You're like, how the fuck am I supposed to kill it with a bow? This is bullshit.
Tomas like looking at his little arrows, looking at that, he's like, fuck.
Tomas looking at like the great bows the size of his body and the fucking like cannon set up next to him. He's like, oh.
Shit, where do I get one of those?
Remus looking down at his crossbow and is just like, I knew I should have updated the torque on this thing.
All right. So let's get this started. So the round opens up with a coordinated volley of arrows and cannon fire, probably a little bit deafening for you, Tomas, at point blank range with your very good ear sight, hearing. As they fire a volley of 2 cannon shots and nearly a little over a dozen archers. Launching powerful great bows into this thing. You see a couple of them ricocheting off, but a few digging into the flesh, and the cannonballs just smashing parts of the bony structure of its body. Aside from that, you see numerous of the soldiers rushing up to start slashing at the thing, some of their weapons digging in slightly into the flesh, most of them bouncing off, none of them missing. So that's the important thing to remember in this fight. If you roll low enough to not hit, you probably hit it.
Just didn't do shit.
It just didn't do shit. As the captain and Eber charge forward, Eber feeling a little bit. You see him sigh as you shout your information to him, Tomas, before he just nods at that, and you see him follow through on it. And let's make a couple swings on Eber.
On Eber or
Tomas.
with Eber?
With Eber.
Tomas just grinning because he knows it's pissing Eber off that he's helping him.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you tell him?
Spite help.
Just general hunter.
Yeah,
I see.
General
Like-
Hunter, like how Tomas used to be like stab him in the foot.
Did you tell him to go for the kidneys?
Ever the kidneys.
So, you see him deal one slice to get a judge of the toughness of the creature, as you see Royal Authority just effortlessly slice through the flesh, realizing that it's not anything special. You see him take one quick slice upward, digging deep into the leg before pulling back, and you see him two-hand grip it for a second before just yeeting it upwards towards the abdomen of the creature for a moment before it digs in, and you see him just catch, plant his foot, spin sideways to tear it through the abdomen of the creature before hopping off and landing a short distance away. It does not seem to have appreciated that. But he did land a critical hit because of your buff,
Fuck yeah.
much to his annoyance.
Fuck that guy.
All right. And with that, Tomas, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Enlarge Companion on Maya.
All right. Can you pop that in chat for me? Big.
Big. Look at that face. And then he's going to start singing for Reese for the moment. And Maya can vibe there for now.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm good.
All right. All right. Next up in the turn order is the Demonhost. I should probably start the encounter. Okay. So, being snared as he is. You see him struggle in place for a moment as he tries to tear through some of the defenses. It looks like most of them are holding them for the moment, but despite all of that, you see him struggle against his chains for a second and pull just a few of them loose, grabbing and tearing the chains before the portals are closed to protect the inhabitants inside of them. And still restrained enough that he can't lash out as freely with all of his limbs. He just tilts his head back and lets out a scream. You feel it begin to shake the surrounding structures. You feel some of these stones giving away, and it feels like every bone and organ in your body is trying to rattle itself out of you. I need everybody to make me. Where is it?
Matt couldn't resist the temptation of shaking our bones.
Nope, bone shake. Everybody shake.
Okay.
Fortitude save. Sorry.
Ah, yes, my weakest save.
High five, Mika.
Yay.
High five, Lana. Oh my god.
Damn.
All right, Lana. All right, so Lana, Mika, Wolf, you are all fine. Because of your bonus effects, all of you either roll the nat crit save or get boosted to a crit save. Everybody else, unfortunately, failed. I don't think we have any crit fails here. No. Okay. So that is going to be. We're going to start off fun. Everybody's having a good time.
Oof.
And I need you four to roll me will saves.
Great.
Okay.
Reed, you're fine. Reese, that's rough.
Cool.
Maya, that's rough. Tomas, oddly, you're fine. Luckily, you got that boost from Tomas, Reese, because it's really hard to think straight when your brain is rattling around in your skull and it feels like your organs are trying to rearrange themselves. You are slowed one.
Okay. Okay. So I lose an action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you're at neutral because Smoss gave you an action.
Reese is
Yep.
also quickened because of his weapon.
Yep. Just remember anybody that had a quick rune on their weapon that you do have that effect still. All right. And that is his turn for now. Wolf, you are up. Due to the number of Silver Order Knights, this thing is essentially constantly considered flanking as long as they're surviving Silver Order members. A couple of them got hurt by that, but they're not that much fodder that they all went down immediately. All right. Wolf, what would you like to do? Mika, you're on deck. What was that?
It's my thinking noise. Don't mind me.
Oh, okay.
Wolf's going in.
Hell yeah.
Wolf is gonna walk right up. Just 30? I can move 30, right?
I believe so. I think you have.
Let's
Yeah.
start this shit off correctly with a power attack.
Hell yeah.
I wish Mika had gone earlier to be able to get the Ember onto him.
Let's go.
That's a mood.
That's amore.
Let us see. You know, it would be smart if I didn't close the fucking tabs I needed.
When the demons arrived, and he's a really big guy. That's Flory.
God damn it.
I appreciate you.
Hmm.
When the
Ah, there
castle
he is.
is new and it looks really new, that's Valore.
That's a hit.
Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
All right, 51 damage. Nice. Let me pull up my little tracker. Once again, enemy that is really hard for you to gauge how much damage you've done. So enjoy not seeing the health indicator, bitch. Do you have any buffs on your weapon, like the cold iron blanch or anything?
No.
Okay.
That would involve using my brain.
It's okay. No thinky. Thinky hard.
Only smash.
I forgot.
Oh wait, your sword is considered cold iron. Okay.
Technically, Reese still has cold iron blanch on him.
Yep.
If certain people want it.
Mika's carrying some, I think. I need to look. I do.
Yeah, most of the marshals were given at least one. Okay. Anything else in your turn, Wolf?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Next up is Mika. Reeves, you're on deck.
Alright. Mika is gonna... Not gonna jump in just yet. She is gonna throw down the ember.
On who?
On her... Let's see here. Gonna go ahead and throw it on Wolf. But it'll spread from him if he hits with it.
Okay. Wolf, you now have the essence of the first forge on your weapon, giving you an extra dice of damage.
Wolf was gonna He-Man and raise his sword and say, I have the power.
God bless.
And then Mika is gonna raise her shield if I can get it to work. So we got Silverhand Vigilance in order for everybody around. How do I get that to actually trigger? Raise the shield. I can't find the action for that. There we go. Maybe. I can click on it all over the place, but it doesn't seem to actually be using it, so.
There we go.
Thank you.
It's the raise a shield action.
Yeah, I had it bookmarked, or like on the bar, but it's not functioning, so. And that's it. That's all she got.
Okay. After adjusting his spleen, Reeves is going to just look at the demon host, look at his weapon, and it's just like, well, really regretting not upping the torque on this thing, but he's gonna take a shot.
All right, give me a shot.
Huh? It says I have no ammo.
That might be a new thing. Oh God. Hold on.
Demu Foundry.
Equipment. All right. Can we load in? There you go.
Oh.
Go now.
All right. 47.
That's a hit.
Cool. Even with the flanking.
He's so big, it's hard to.
It's the frightened that did you.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and you don't have inspired courage up at the moment. I need to
gotcha.
remove that.
All right. So let's do our damage.
All right.
And I think we'll do one more.
No.
Or do you... No. Okay. Let's do... Well, for the hit that I did do, we're going to do that, if it matters. Let's do battle assessment on this thing.
All right. Where are your stats? DC against the deception or stealth DC. Let's see. Weakness, enemy saving throws, immunity. From what you can see, based on how it's reacting to certain things, it looks like it seems to have some baseline resistance to magic, but it does look like even in spite of that, reflex appears to be its lowest save.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I have one more action. Yeah, there's not much she can do, but so I'll just have him. Just do that.
All right. Reese, you're up. Lana, you're on deck.
All right. First off, let's just pop off a nice Inspire Courage.
All right.
Do you want me putting that in chat for you?
I have a macro for it.
Okay. So that's one action. Oh gosh, I have to measure shit now. Cool. Reese is going to do a step off of his last thing. And is going to use 2 actions to cast haste on Wolf.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
You guys are spoiling me.
Huh?
You guys are spoiling me.
I mean, yeah.
You're the first one in, man.
You're also the big boy with the big sword.
First one in, last one out. You know what I mean?
Don't answer that. Don't answer.
I don't expect much of what I have in my repertoire to really be of extreme use. So I'll use my last action because I think I would have had 5, but I'm down to 4, right? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. What's the distance on the ranged attack I have? The ranged physical attack?
I think it's on a 30-foot interval. So you
Cool.
can hit
So
it.
okay. I'm going to try and swing on it, which will not work very well, but I don't got much else. So.
I'll fucking see. Roll the dice, bitch.
Wow.
It's a hit. Fuck you.
Cool. I didn't apply it cold iron like I was going to, but that's fine. I'm not taking it back. 13 damage. Yes.
It really do be out here being like, fuck you, roll ones. Goose.
And I think that's my turn.
All right.
Okay. So question, how high up is this this banister right there?
That is 40 feet to here, and then 60 feet to here.
Okay. Cause I'm wondering if Lana can make that as like a. Well, no, because it would be a long jump. So, I guess what she'll end up doing is, actually she can probably run that. You said it was 40 feet up and then 60 feet, vertically.
It's 60 feet to get here.
Okay,
60 feet vertically off the ground, and then
Okay.
35 feet to reach the wall, so 95 feet total.
Okay. That's fine then. Lana will spend 2 actions popping herself up to get about right here, or right here, whichever one is actually outside the demon host's hitbox.
That one.
Okay. And then she will spend her 3rd action doing a dank flurry of blows.
All right.
So she's gonna draw a Dawn Blade and swing 1 time, and swing 2 times.
First one is a hit.
Okay. And she does have like the coldies and stuff, so.
Yep. That is a 47 on the fortitude save.
I mean, do you even really have to roll it for this fight?
If he rolls a nat 1, I think he gets stunned. So.
Okay, feel free to roll those and let me know if he gets a nat 1. I'm not gonna.
What's your
bank on
DC?
him. My DC is 35.
Okay. I will let you know if he rolls below it.
I mean,
Any chance?
38, and that deals. Oh, fire.
yes. She replaced her holy rune with the other rune because holy rune wasn't really doing too much for her.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Let me actually check
fire,
to see which rune that was again.
Okay, so 38.
It was a brilliant rune. That's right.
Not sure if a holy rune would have been better in this case or not, actually.
It might have been for this one, but I forgot to switch
overall-
it out.
More of a
so, you know.
generalist rune.
Yeah, overall.
Because the holy rune has a good chance to do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Fire.
weird because it's the only rune that has like a stipulation like that.
Yeah.
It's because it deals positive damage.
Oh, yeah.
Or good damage, one of the two. Alright.
And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Unless...
Did you have a... Were you one of the people that picked up a speed rune for your weapon or no?
No. Lana does
Okay.
not have a speed rune in her weapon.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that'll be that.
Alright, we're back at the top of the turn order then. Alright. So, you see a couple of tears begin to open up around the initial one, and you see just swarms of smaller ones begin pouring through, which the archers turn their attention towards, just striking down minion after minion after minion as they're coming through. Currently, they are holding back the tide, but the archers aren't focused on the demon host at the moment. Another volley of cannon fire into the demon host, which mostly seems to be annoying him, and continued attacks by the larger soldiers, joined by the vanguards dragooning in on him. You get a friend up here. Alright. Eber is up first. He is going to quickly reposition back into here. to be within the aura of the buffs, and then do a quick series of strikes. So we do this. Alright, 2 solid hits as he just tears off more chunks of its armor. By this point, you do realize this thing is pretty rapidly regenerating. You seem to be maybe doing more damage than it's regenerating at the moment, but it's hard to tell. Under sheer weight of fire, its legs look pretty fucked. But it seems to regenerate before it's causing any serious damage to it. But who knows? It's only been 6 seconds. Alright. After that, Tomas, you are up.
Okay. So if Maya's slowed, and she only has the one action unless I give her an action. She's just kind of
She can't do anything unless she's
Yeah.
like kind of like
hunched down,
meowing
sad,
and fucking like trying to
howling.
pap the pain out of her head.
Okay,
Aw.
we're gonna leave her alone. Am I scared to use my cat companion right now? Yes. Um, I'm going to start with a hunted shot, so 2 shots on him with cold iron arrows.
All right, roll me hits.
Um, why does it say no ammo assigned? Cold
Hold on.
iron arrows.
Apparently they made it so it requires ammunition. Equipment. Where's equipment?
I fixed it.
Okay.
Oh, those suck.
Yeah, unfortunately those both miss.
Yeah.
So you fire the shots, but it kind of shifts slightly, and both the bolts ricochet off the hard chitinous bone on part of its body.
Um. I'm gonna take one more shot at him, and then
All
sing
right.
for Reese.
That is a hit. All right.
And then that's
You
with
have cold iron.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops. And then you're singing for Reese.
Yeah. That's my
All
turn.
right. Let me remove the debuffs because you are no longer frightened, and Maya is no longer frightened or slowed. So we are all through the frightened effect. Next up is the big lad's turn. What do we want to have for you? Okay, let's go with this. Let me roll an athletics check for him. There we go. All right. So he's just going to. You see one of his arms suspended in the air by like 7 chains at the moment, and you just see him quickly curl his fingers and clench one of them tight, and just pops his hand down and then up and around to get them even more taut around his body before just tearing all of them free from the portals. And you just see the heavy chain drop out, and as the flesh mends itself from the wounds, just pushes the barbed hook heads from his arms before he just pulls his arm back and just wipes. Let's see. How do I draw this? We're gonna go with. What's the range on it? Okay. So I need you, Wolf, to make me a reflex saving throw.
And what if I decline?
You critically fail.
I don't decline.
Hey.
Hey, there
Seeing
you
how
go.
close that is to Reese made my butt clench a little bit.
Yeah, you see his claws slap down into the ground in front of you and dig like a 3-foot gash in the earth before he just swipes right through the fucking entire squad there. Wolf, as you're preparing, you quickly loosen yourself up and get ready to dive, and the captain in front of you like pulls you aside for a second to help you. And you are able to fully dodge the attack just in time. And how did the others do?
You telling me this edgy badass knight captain saved me?
He helps you, yes.
Holy shit.
You were probably going to dodge most of it on your own, but he is seemingly some sort of champion or other tank knight setup. All right. You see Eber quickly toss his sword behind him and just appears. Whoops. Be helpful if I wasn't on that. Without like reacting, just bamps over there as you see.
Fucking knocked his ass, motherfucker.
Okay, how far away are they knocked? Oh, that's gonna be fun for them. I have to move these guys for a second. I didn't realize they were in the square when I initially set them up. Alright. This guy gets thrown past Eber into this wall here, but Eber catches him to slow him. You see this man get thrown through the air and crash into the wall, and he just slams to the ground unconscious. And these guys are also thrown into walls at various distances away. I'm marking them with the skulls. As far as you can tell, they are unconscious without further medical knowledge or inspection. And this bad boy is... This guy avoids being thrown back, but takes... Alright. And with that, it looks like the Demonhost is beginning to get into fighting shape. Wolf, you are up.
I'm clicking, yeah.
Yes.
I'm an enter stance.
Alright. Roll me a intimidation check. I believe that is that a success or a critical success? I want to say that's a success. I will double check though. You're at the very least in the stance. Where is it? You are level 16?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a success.
Yeah.
Alright. And
Let's
let me
have some
apply
fun.
that to you.
After you play that.
Okay, so you are now in Dread Martial stance. That gives you a 10-foot aura around you, where if you are an ally within the aura critically hit, the enemy is frightened 1 if they are not immune to being frightened.
Alright, it's time to use
Go
my
for
new
it.
skill. Overwhelming blow.
Ooh.
It's 3. I guess I was supposed to.
Oh. Okay, silly lad.
You ready?
Go for it.
Oh,
That's a crit, my baby boy. Hit me with that damage.
How do I apply the D12? Do I just roll that after?
You check off use overwhelming blow and essence of the first forge in your account like I did.
Oh.
So just hit the critical button on your attack roll. Spicy, spicy boy. All right.
and the ember can spread now.
Yes. So who do you want to spread it to? You can make the choice, or Wolf can make the choice.
We'll give it to the knight captain standing next to Wolf.
All right. All right, so now we have the Knight Captain also embered up. Let's see if we can't just start spreading this shit like wildfire. All right. And Wolf is now stunned 1 and flat-footed.
I had to use it. I wanted to use it so bad.
It's fucking solid.
Yeah.
All right.
Such a wolf move, too.
Mm-hmm. All right, next person up then is Mika. Reeves, you're on deck.
Can I tell if the dude who slammed into the wall next to me is dead or merely sleeping?
Give me a medicine check.
Oh shit, where's my proficiency?
Just to tell at a glance, it's not an action. From what you can tell, he looks unconscious, but you can still see his chest moving up and down slightly.
Alright.
They build them durable, if nothing else. Another solid hit would probably kill him, but at the moment he is stable, and it sounds like eventually they will pick themselves back up.
Okay, yeah, the stable thing was what I was concerned with, so. Alright, we are going to sudden charge on in.
Hell yeah.
If I click on the right thingy. Chunk. We're gonna stick with the hammer for now. We're not gonna bring the spear out yet.
All right. That is a crit due to flanking.
Nice. Okay.
The Demonhost is immune to being prone. I will tell you that right now.
Sad, but
You
not
can't
unexpected.
smash his big toe and then make him fall
Aw.
over.
It would be really funny though.
Hell yeah. All right. That's another. Oh, I should probably apply wolf damage as well. I'm very good at this. 8758.
And then we'll just do
Is
a certain strike for my last action.
All right. Roll me a hit.
oh, I just realized I rolled 3 1s in that attack. That's
Yeah, I am scared what your damage will look like when that's buffed. I think that misses, unfortunately.
Okay. So that would just be the. Let's see. That's just the damage. Yeah, just click damage and not, and then take everything off of it.
Oh yeah. So I can just look at it here. It would be 15.
Yeah, damage would have done. Yeah.
All right. I gotta figure out how to get these modifiers off you guys. It's actually 13 because I don't think you're raging yet.
No, not raging yet.
Okay, Matt, explain
Yeah.
to me how. Explain to me how I can make this work. Okay. So,
Oh
Mhm.
no.
What's the plan, Reed? Oh God.
Reeves is just like just looking around the battlefield, and suddenly all the dragoons are just in the air. It's like, okay, I guess that's the play.
So,
So,
to activate them, you either need to make a high jump, which means you roll an athletics check to see how high in the air you can jump, or a long jump where you roll an athletics check to see how long you jump, but you add a modifier to it based off whatever it is for that type. And then once you activate them, you gain a 30-foot fly speed.
okay.
Anytime you are
Alright.
flying, though, you're considered clumsy 1, which lowers your dexterity by 1.
Okay, but is that fly persistent, or can I kind of land?
It says for 1
Uh,
minute they stay active.
Yeah. For 1 minute, the major blast boots remain active, allowing you to clumsily fly through the air for the duration. So you can stay airborne for the full duration.
Okay, but if I touch down, I lose it.
Uh,
No, you can temporarily touch down. The engines will just burn out no matter what after a minute,
I see. Okay, okay.
whether they're active or not.
All right. So I think the play is to long jump.
You'd have to do a high jump to get up to there. That's 60 feet off the ground as well.
But when I activate it, I get I get the fly speed.
Yes.
So
You would want the high jump and then fly speed over rather than the long jump, smash your face into the wall, and then slide up slowly.
okay, because I was thinking long jump to like cover the distance while going upwards, but I guess it works either way.
No, long jump is considered perfectly horizontal. High jump is considered perfectly vertical.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why I
so
wasn't able to jump up onto the banister last turn.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so all right, so okay, so I guess we will do a high jump, and no matter what, I'm guaranteed 80 feet.
Yeah, so if you just say I jump 80 feet in the air, you do it. You don't even need to make a roll.
All right, Reeves is just going to like activate um activate the boot uh activate his boots and just shoot straight up 80 feet.
All right. So, in the distance, you guys in the central courtyard, and Lana out of the corner of your eye, you just see this horrific plume of smoke and fire ascending from the ground and just disappearing into the horde of like tiny demons appearing from the sky for a second before Reeves emerges from it like somebody in a swarm of bats like swatting them like eh.
I have ascended. Ah!
But yes, you are now currently flying.
Okay. So that's one action.
Yes.
I want to use just two more of my fly actions to. Is this in the boss's hit space?
Correct.
Or do. Okay.
This is the corner that would be safest. You can go down or right from there. You can also just hover next to it.
I think he's going to do that. Because it's very on brand for him to just be annoying.
And thus did Reeves become a goblin fly.
And then he's just going to, and as he's sort of burst flying forward, he's just going to try to level his bayonet at the thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot harder to aim this thing than you thought when you're trying to swim through the air with only your legs. Also, your tummy's starting to hurt. Wow, this requires more core strength than you thought. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Is your weapon does your weapon have a speed rune?
It does have a speed rune.
Okay. That is a crit.
Cool. And I'm gonna pile bunker that.
Hell yeah. There we go. Alright, so you managed to get running charge at it, and as you get close to one of it, you get close to, we'll call it one of the giant spires at the top of its arm near its shoulder, and just pile bunker through one of the large protruding spikes, and it lets out a very, very upset roar at you. And turns its eyes towards you, Reeves.
Picturing kaiju
I'm not
roar.
here. It's like, hi, buddy.
It's like when a gnat buzzes close to your ear and your head whips around and you're like, where's the fucker?
Let's make a check real quick.
You're gonna get clapped.
Probably. But it was worth it to just use these boots.
Yeah, you got the pile bunker in.
I did.
That's half the fight. Alright, let's see this. Roll me a reflex saving throw, Reeves.
I'm good at those. I'm really good at those.
Yep. As his arm is done swinging, his arm twists at an unusual angle and just cleaves through the air where you were, and if you kick off the engine on your boots for a second going, ha, I'm a genius, until the drop hits you for a second as the claw flies over your head, and it feels like your stomach is now in your throat as you furiously, Dorothy, kick your heels to reactivate the rockets and catch yourself before you hit the ground and slowly float back up. Alright. Playing slapstick with the Demonhost, I love it. Alright.
It's what
It's on brand.
It's what his whole arc was leading up to.
Alright,
And-
you're up. Lana, you're on deck.
Okay.
I reply herring blows.
Alright.
This is not going to be a super exciting turn for Reese. Reese is first going to re-up Inspire Courage.
Yep.
So that might need to get reapplied to everybody.
Yeah.
Then Reese is going to use his 9th level spell scroll of Implosion on the Demonhost, which probably isn't going to do much because it's a fort save.
We'll see.
But he can sustain it, so it has a potential to do damage every turn.
What is your DC?
Oh fuck. Good question. I don't have it memorized. 36.
Okay. And is it an incapacitation spell?
Is it incapacitation? It is not.
Alright, that is a normal failure then.
A normal failure.
Sorry,
It
a normal success.
A normal success. Okay, so it takes half damage. So let me just... half of that.
Okay.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it does flat damage. It's nice.
Yep, you see it shrug off most of it. You see like the extremities of some of the horns and bones begin to crumple inwards, like almost like somebody's crushing a can between their hands. You just see it kind of like furl out a bit at the sides before parts of it crumble off, but it doesn't extend too far past the extremities.
Okay, and I can choose to sustain that for up to a minute. And then I'm going to apply Cold Iron Blanche
Yep.
to my sword. I don't know how to do that. Do I just use it?
Yeah, just use it. Cool. Alright. So I will remember that, and your sword now deals cold iron damage.
That's my turn. Because I think I'm still slowed, right?
Yes, because I think it got applied. Wait, were you slowed last turn? If
Yes.
so, no. You
Oh,
have one more action.
fuck it. I'll swing at it.
That is a crit.
What? Okay.
Surprising everyone, not least himself.
Yeah, basically.
Neat.
Neat.
Dealing more damage than implode. I appreciate it.
Cool. Actually, surprisingly good turn for Reese. That's my turn.
What weapon did you summon for it?
The rapier.
So, you just see that you see that big gash that Eber carved in its side opened up still, and you're like, nah, fuck this bitch. And you just see the hand spawn into existence and just bury the rapier inside of the gash in the side of this thing, and just comical splurt of blood come out the side of it as it just bleeds a fountain of black Icarus burning blood.
You can do that from a distance?
Yep.
Dang.
Yep. Fun little ghost hand that summons the ghost copy of the weapon.
Neat.
All right. Next up in the
Pretty cool
turn
card.
is Lana.
All right. Lana is going to start by popping open her spell book in her brain, because I'm
Mhm.
thinking of the wrong character when I say that phrase. And she is going to go ahead and spend 2 actions slapping a 5th level echoing weapon onto her Dawnblade.
Hell yeah.
That's what that will be. So basically just 4 extra sonic damage every time that she lands a hit per turn.
Hell yeah.
And then she's going to pump Dawnblade full of ki and give this thing a positive flurry of blows.
Roll me hits.
So we also get a +1 status bonus to these.
Hit. Miss, I think, for that one.
Yeah. Someday, both hits of flurry will hit, and that'll be sick.
Alright, and that's positive and cold iron.
Yes.
Alright, so that's another 39. So that's
And then 4 extra sonic damage off of echoing weapon.
no 43 then. It's a little easier to work with. Alright. So as the weapon cleaves through and you pull it away, you see almost like the wound tear itself open from the aftershock a little bit more as it just burns away with the combination of the cold iron and the positive damage. And the Demonhost is becoming very upset very rapidly at this whole ordeal of 1,000 gnats tearing away at his extremities. Alright.
That's it.
So, at the top of the turn order, Reese, you hear a funny little voice inside your head saying, alright, we see an opening. Stand clear. As you guys feel the fortification shake as the observatory drops into existence.
Reese will relay that over the telepathic bond, by the way.
Uh-oh. Reeves is gonna have a real surprise.
I don't know. Reeves is so far away.
You guys just see the observatory bamf into existence at the back of this place, and just the cannon aimed directly at the demon host, and just it spawning in before you have a chance to realize this thunderous, as it almost seems like the air around the demon host ignites for a second. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
All good rolls. All right. So, Lana and Maya.
Maya
Wolf, can
has
you roll me a
ranks
perception
too.
check? Maya hears what it sounds like a firework and just yowls.
Baby.
Nathan, can I get a perception check? Or have you already rolled and it's just taking a second?
Yeah, I'm lagging again. I don't know what's happening. I pressed perception check like as soon as you said it.
There we go. Okay. Lana and Wolf, it looks like the attack lands for a second through the cloud. Everybody else, you catch just before the shot lands, like the second it sees the tower spawn into existence, it starts extending its hand towards the tower. And you realize it interposed something between it and the tower. And Tomas,
Yeah.
you were the first to recognize it, followed by Wolf and Reese, as you see it carrying, and wielding rather, a sized up copy of the Aegis.
Aegis.
What the fuck?
The shield?
The shield.
Matt!
Whose body is it in, Sam?
Shield?
Ah! Ah!
What
Okay, I'm
shield?
gonna-
Reiner.
The shield that
The demon
Reinhardt
with the
wore.
shank.
Oh.
It is currently wielding a monstrous a monstrous void steel shield that it used to effortlessly block the roar of the mountain as you just see pellets rain down atop Mika and Wolf and the Night Captain. It doesn't deal any damage to you all, but it's just this curtain of debris as you like wipe it off your bodies.
Reese just hears in his head over the mind link, that's my fucking shield.
What?
That's my shield!
Okay.
And as the smoke clears and Nar gets a sight on it, she's like, God damn it, we're reloading.
I don't remember Tomas ever having a shield.
That's the one he's been looking for.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this red circle back here where the tower appeared?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The tower is currently the southern circle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Reeves in the distance is just like fuming. He's just like, "What do you mean it blocked that?"
That's the mood in general at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we know it has a shield now. Haha. Small victories.
All right. And as it blocks that, you see that the burst that got around the shield seemed to have shredded some of the chains, and you see the kneeling leg that it had. It just pulls back and just stomps on the ground as it begins to pull itself up to full height.
Bitch.
I need everybody to make me where is it? A
Wow.
reflex saving throw.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Look this one up.
Roll on these.
That's a lot of 35s.
I'll take a 41.
Goddamn.
You said everyone?
Fucking Maya.
Yeah.
Wolf is excluded, right?
No.
No.
Look at
Everybody's
you.
fine. Literally everybody rolled a crit success as a result of their bonuses.
Jesus.
Vibes.
You see a couple of the lower level Silver Order members stumble a bit and drop to knees and things like that, but it doesn't look like it damaged them, just shook the ground as you see more and more demons begin to pile in as they begin to start making their way past the defenses of the archers and start to begin flooding the skies even more, darkening out the clouds above them. All right, I need Eber to make his turn, so Eber is going to blink slash again. Let's do this. Sir, what do you roll? All right. steering clear of the rubble that fell from the sky. He's going to shift his focus to the arm to the side of the body that doesn't have a shield in front of it. And bamf over to here. The first attack gets blocked as he's carving across it. So he goes to swing and just ricochets off the shield that's brought astoundingly fast. You're beginning to realize the stories about giants being very slow is not the case here. It's just about as fast as a scaled up human, a really quick scaled up human.
Oh,
But Ever does eventually manage to land a blow as he just slices like clean through part of the hand between the middle and ring finger, about halfway down the palm on the other hand.
He's going for the hand that's got the shield.
The other hand, he's avoiding the side that has the shield because that's one of the
Okay.
few things that does seem to be able to block his swings.
Okay.
Yeah, Tomas will also add over the mind link to everybody to let them know that that is in fact a void steel shield and be very careful of it.
Yep. Yes, it is. All right. Knight Captain, my dude, my guy. Knight Captain does manage to get a crit as they're pulling themselves up. He takes his large greatsword and just cleaves it through the exposed flesh on the knee one more time before it's brought up. Digging deep, and you see the Ember spark. Where would you like to bring it, Mika?
oh, who to pass it to?
Yep.
Damn it, I'll give it to myself.
All right. All right. With that, next up is Tomas. The demon host is on deck.
Tomas is going to scowl at the demon host, and he's going to pull out his threadbound arrow, and he's going to Eldritch shot.
All right. Pop me an Eldritch shot.
So I'm going to do a strike in case of a crit, but I don't think that's a crit.
That is just a hit.
Okay. So then damage, and then damage.
All right. Is that a cold iron arrow? Oh no, it's the
No, it's a threadbound.
Yep. Okay, so that's a total 75.
And then Maya is huge. Yes.
Yes.
How big is this man right here?
He is normal sized.
Is she able to stand over him?
Yes.
Maya's gonna go. She's gonna go there, and she's just gonna meow at the man.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
And just purr.
Yeah.
All right.
The man just has earthquakes happening over his head.
Let me make a check. So as the arrow rips through the demon host, you just see it shoot clean through to the other side. And it goes to swing on you for a second before its body seems to grow taut, just glaring at you.
Oh no.
But it almost looks like something is holding it back.
Oh. Oh, Rainer.
It did not seem to like that attack in particular.
I like that. Thank you for letting me know that.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Let us see. It's the fun boy's turn. Hello, fun boy.
Me?
No, the big fun boy.
Oh.
Let's do this. What's the AoE for this? Yep. So, seeing everything that's been going on, you see him grip Aegis with both sides and wind it back over his shoulder before just swinging it wide and low across the ground, just making it this giant cleaving wall swinging through in an arc 180 degrees around his body. I need everybody in this area. I need Mika, Wolf, Reese, Maya, Eber, and Tomas to make me saving throws.
Which kind?
What type?
Reflex.
Not great.
No.
Oops.
Maya did
Nice
good.
knowing you.
Maya takes my good rolls, man. But I'm fine with that. I'd rather Tomas get hit.
All right. Maya takes half damage from this. Tomas, you take half damage, but the other full negative effect. Reese and
Wait, was it a... Did he fail normally?
you did a normal fail.
Okay.
Reese and Mika, you also normal failed.
That puts me at a success, though, for a reflex save.
It puts you at a success for damage.
Okay.
You still take the full failing other effects.
Okay.
Which is really unfortunate for you. Alright. So Tomas. Actually, I'll roll damage for all of you real quick. Let's do this. I'm waiting for Wolf's to show up still, so I won't apply it to him yet. There we go. Wolf is fine. Wolf, you managed to roll inside of it like it's a giant Elden Ring boss and just avoid the giant AoE cleave. Your iframe saved you.
Wait, you mean he's not a giant Elden Ring?
Holy shit,
boss?
Wolf has iframes.
Yeah.
Aw, Matt beat me to it though.
Oh no.
Love those iframes.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So Tomas, this is the fun part for you. As you're clipped by the shield,
Hello?
I'm currently calculating it.
Okay.
Oh.
You are thrown 40 feet back off the ramparts,
Oh no!
Fuck.
and then fall 20 feet and just crack your back on the wall and roll down onto the floor next to it. So that's another. Another 14 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
Gosh.
Maya is thrown back into a wall and just slumps down and seems really upset with the whole ordeal. Oh no, sorry, she was only thrown back 20 feet because she actually saved.
Mm-hmm. Finally moved her into melee.
Yep. 20, 30. Reese, you're thrown back out through the gates. Just flumple down the staircase.
Oh.
Mika, you smash into the wall into the back.
Stone Bones doesn't save my ass, does it, in this case?
No, but you're pretty sturdy. You only take 1 damage.
Yay.
This man is unconscious.
Dude, Wolf is just an invasion tank right now.
Which is funny because that's not the type of tank he built.
Right? That's
He's just doing
So
really
weird.
good, okay? He's in like difficult optional boss mode.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
You're focused in.
Never.
Oh.
What'd you roll?
If any ability would force me to move 10 feet or more in any direction, I moved only half the distance.
Oh, okay.
Mountain
not as
roots.
bad as I thought.
There we go, and I'll add that blood back into your body.
I'm not sure it actually applies it when I do to my reflex DC or not, but
You were forced to move, so.
yeah.
All right. So that is fun. And now the demon host is up and very mad. So with that, Wolf, you're up. You are
Yes.
down 1 action, so you're back to 3 actions.
Don't I have to stand up?
No, you're fine. You didn't get knocked down or anything. You're just flat-footed.
Oh, right. Flat-footed is a slightly lower advantage. Prone is brutal, right? Where you have to get up.
Yeah, prone you have to get up for. Flat-footed just means your AC is essentially 2 lower.
Oh, okay. I still should have essence in the first forward, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that stays.
Hmm.
The question is, do you still have your song buff? Let me check. You do not.
Mean. Bully.
You were asking about the what'd you call it? Oh my god, the weapon applier,
What?
the cold iron something.
Yeah,
Cold
your
iron
weapon's treated as cold iron. The cold iron blanch was the thing I was asking about, and then I remembered your weapon is constantly treated as if it was cold iron, so it doesn't matter.
I want a blade of law.
All right. Because it has a stack of terrified because of your aura, that just hits.
Wolf's pulling out all the
Neat.
tricks.
All right.
Kind of assuming this thing is breaking or disrespecting the law.
It's only like a chaotic, evil, demonic entity.
Yeah.
Breaking the
Just
laws of
another day.
existence.
All right. Also, you all hear out through the mind link, through a mind link, not the one that Reese gave you. We have reason to believe it's going to try to destroy one of our magical anchors on the eastern parapet. And you see like a magical flare light up over here. If any
Where?
of you could offer assistance, to the east over here.
Oh, it's off. Okay. Yep. Lana just replies in that mind link. It's like, I'm all over it. Everybody stay on it.
Much
What happened?
appreciated. We'll offer what assistance we can. Alright. Anything else on your turn, Wolf, or is that it?
Should I have one more action? That was a 2 action?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm assuming that counts as a 2 attack penalty. It doesn't specify.
If it doesn't say this increases your multiple attack penalty twice, then it does not.
Oh
It only
shit! I'm
counts
gonna
as a single
attack
swing.
again.
Alright, swing on me with 1 map.
Map.
Hey, we like that. Alright. Roll me that damage. Hit the critical button.
Oh!
There we go. It's trying to nerf Wolf. Okay. That's 64.
Oh, wolf hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Mika, pick a new target for the flame.
All right. Fuck. All right. Give it to Eber.
His sword lights on fire, and he's very confused for a second, but just kind of goes with it.
They're reluctant. Give it to Eber.
Uh-huh. He's making hits.
He's making crits.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
44 to hit. That's a hit.
Cool.
All right. Another 32.
It's not showing up, but skeleton key is cold iron.
Okay. There's 1, 2. You hit it with a crit then and a single hit so far, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me apply that. That should cover the backlog.
Cool.
Alright. And with that, Mika, you're up. Reeves, you're on deck.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, Reeves got a crit on the guy?
Earlier.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the flame hasn't gotten to you, then mind. All right. All right. I guess we're just gonna see here. Which side is his shield on?
This side.
All right. Let's try to turn it. So, all right. All right. Yeah, Mika's gonna charge up over here and take a swing. Actually, rage first, and then sudden charge.
Alright.
If I can get it to. Did it apply rage? It did. It did not. Dang it, yeah, that macro does not function. Alright,
Gotta move you just so you're not within his hitbox, or else it causes me inabilities to grab your token.
okay.
Uh,
Trap effect. God damn it. Apply.
Bop. There we go.
Thank you. Wish I could get that shit to work. Alright, then smack. Not gonna hero point that just yet.
Okay.
God damn it.
Make him mad. Alright. Anything else?
Stop, that's 3.
Alright. Whoops. Reeves, you're up. Reese, you're on deck.
Okay. Reeves is going to try and attack this thing again.
Roll me hits.
Let's see.
That's it.
Okay. And then I think we'll do one more.
That's
Hey.
crit.
Holy
Did you
fuck.
still have Pile Bunker turned on?
Nope.
Oh. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Rogues scare me.
Yeah, because Pile Bunker is just a separate thing.
Yeah, it's the toggle. I just saw the
Yeah.
high number and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Okay. I am going. Did I also hear the thing that was happening with the mind link?
Yes.
Can you repeat that again? I was.
They requested somebody go over to the eastern tower here to assist them with a defensive measure they needed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Lana's in a better position to do that.
Yeah, Lana is much, much faster.
Yeah. I'm going to do preparation. I'll reapply Herring Blows on one of my attacks, and for my last thing. I'm going to try and attack one more time.
All right.
No dice.
No dice, unfortunately. All right, Reese, you're up. Lana, you're on deck.
Okay. First, Reese is gonna do a little bit of the move.
Yep. From your position, Reese, you can see that the two shield guards are holding back a smaller swarm of demons that have spawned in from behind and are trying to get in. They do offer you cover to get back in there if you need to.
Oh, bless. I can't move that. Can I?
Yeah, I'll move it with you.
Okay, thank you. There we go. I'm going to sustain implosion.
All right.
Do they need to make a fort save every time?
I believe so.
Okay.
That is a 37.
Barely a success. DC
Right.
36.
Same damage as last time.
For you. Does sustaining the spell allow me to take a step?
Sure.
Sure. Cool. So that's 1 action, 2 action. Inspire Courage is up again. I'm gonna do my step thing again. Sorry, Matt.
How dare you?
A little bit closer. Okay.
Okay.
And let me see. Was that 3 actions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hand flap. I guess I will just
Your
swing.
only final action you can do is swing, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me hit.
Cool. Gonna miss. Nope.
Hit.
If I say it's gonna miss every time. That seems to be the key.
And now that you said that, it'll no longer work.
I know. It's okay. It was a miracle Reese was hitting this entire time anyways.
Alright. Lana, you're up.
Okay. For Lana's turn. Sorry, I just had to look at some descriptions again because I forgot how far she can jump.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud jump. Cloud jump. Alright. Long jump is triple the DC. So I would need to roll a 30 athletics to get to about right there.
Yep.
And her modifier is... Oh my god, where's the page? 29! Okay!
I think she can handle it.
Alright, so, Lana just kind of loosens herself up, and she just kind of does that thing where she, just kind of starts to sway a little bit, and, her blue after image starts to kind of echo her movements, and then she just, like, throws herself into the air with a, oh my god, modifiers, please, I beg you. With a 35 to get...
You're able to safely stick the landing.
Right here, so she just kind of like fucking Samurai Jack jump goods to get over here. So where she just like soars, and then to get to about right there, she just assurance another jump, and just kind of ends up right here.
Alright.
And with her third action...
you hear the mind link kick on. Ah, good. If I recall correctly, you have some manner of defensive spells in your repertoire.
Of a sort, yes.
I'd recommend applying those. We'll do what we can to fortify them. Alright, you see the big flashing Susanoo marker. Do you right-click it?
Yes.
Alright. So, Lana, you pop in place and activate your shield bearer's block. And you see
Oh,
the
shield. Right.
yep, you see the mage behind you begin chanting something, and you see the spell effects around you grow denser, and multiple layers of shielding begin to form around you as the demon host turns to you, and you see it just open its mouth for a second. You see this energy bead form in its mouth. Um, and you guys see the sky go dark for a second as it just opens its jaw a little wider than should be comfortable, and it's just kind of unsettling to look at as this beam of like rapier thin energy just slices through the air and just cleaves a line straight through in this direction. It is 15 feet wide though.
Oh, okay.
And Lana, I need you to make me a will saving throw.
All right, come on. She's good at these. Fuck you. Hero point.
No, before you
There
hero
we
point.
go.
Before,
What?
I was gonna
Uh,
say before your hero point, I can fix that.
Oh.
Do you wanna? I will let
Yeah.
you apply it.
I mean, that
So-
still counts for like an advantage situation. So.
Yeah,
Yes.
just keep your hero point.
All right. So you see the spell. You see it beginning to buckle for a second before you see Tomas out of the corner of your eye point towards you and give you a thumbs up as your footing sticks for a second and you're able to force yourself back up. And you see the outer layers of the spell beginning to crumple away slowly before you just push forward one more time, focusing all your energy into it, and eventually the dispersed beam begins to weaken slightly, just enough for you to alter the angle of it and just parry it off into the mountainside as it just cleaves through a mountain, and
Lana-
the energy beam dissipates.
Lana just looks over at the mountain that's now missing a chunk of it and just goes, "Huh."
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated to you too. Couldn't have done it alone.
All right. And with that in place, with them focusing, they quickly shift back to their spells. And as a thank you, they are going to buff you up with a haste.
Oh hell yeah!
Gotta go faster.
Faster.
On a faster.
Can she use that this turn?
Yes.
Okay. With her fourth action, wait, she can only use it to stride or strike. Right. So she just goes ahead and strides to about right here.
Mhm.
And
All
that'll
right.
do it.
And then back up at the top of the turn order. So, you guys notice that it begins to rain a bit as you feel droplets of water splashing up against your skin through the gaps in the sky that is now more demons than clouds, really, at this point. The defenses are pretty scattered by the sweeping attacks of the demon host. The cannons are offline by this point after the swing that he did last turn. Just marking people appropriately. And as more and more rifts begin to open, you realize this is going to spiral into a problem very quickly, as they're doing what they can to try to deal with the smaller demons breaking through. But you start seeing Vrox, and you start seeing some of the larger entities begin slipping through the gaps in the distance as some of the vanguards and purifiers break off to try to contain those threats.
Shit.
They are doing what they can to give you a safe arena to continue fighting this thing in, but they're starting to look rough. And you can begin to see some of the demons now that the skies are no longer under the direct control. are beginning to swoop down and either claw or rake at, or in some cases even a couple of them will go and pick up one of the archers like this friend over here and just hurl them to their deaths. So it's beginning to not be a fun time very, very rapidly. So, at the top of the turn order then, you hear Nara saying the reload is nearly complete. They just need a few more seconds. And to try to find some way to draw its attention so they can get a surprise shot on it as they're preparing another teleport. Unfortunately for you, some of the demons have drawn their attention onto each of you, so I need a reflex saving throw from everybody.
Plus natural 20s. I need it, man.
Tomas, I need a second roll from you. Okay. Tomas is fine. Wolf is not fine. Maya is a normal success. Mika's a normal. No, Mika's a fail. So Lana, as you're preparing to jump, you start taking a run towards the edge, and you see like it almost looks like a chunk of the sky descending like a blanket from the heavens, except the blanket starts breathing a wall of fire at you, which kind of throws you off your balance as you're on your the ball of your foot about ready to hop and have to try to spin out of the way to avoid the worst of the damage of literally jumping into a fountain of fire. Mika, as you're getting in your current state, your attention is a little focused, so you don't notice a couple of them descend on you from behind and just light up your back as they fly off into the sky out of your reach before you can swing back on them. And Wolf, as you're feeling pretty hot shit about your Dark Souls rolls, you didn't notice that it summoned in a bunch of ads, and like 7 of them clip you from behind.
What the?
Appreciate the continuity of the gamer terms here.
It's important. All right. This one isn't too bad. But you're beginning to realize this is going to be a persistent threat each turn.
Hey, can we take a quick 5? Because I really, really gotta pee.
Yeah, let's take a quick 5. We'll get back here at like 11:15, 11:16.
Oh, it is getting late, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. No, this fight's a big one.
I do have
You're
to
doing
say,
pretty good so far.
Also, as much as I don't want to have to cut it short later, I do work at 8 a.m.
I know. Do not worry. I have plans.
Okay. Okay. I figured you do.
I'll be fast, Sam.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, you guys want to know a fun number for how much damage you've dealt so far?
Probably like 1,000.
1,222.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Jeez,
That is a lot of damage.
Tis.
And that's just your damage.
Oh.
How much has Ember done?
Lamau.
I don't want to think about how much damage Ever's done.
I go by the I forget what the setting is, but they don't give God stat lines until you have to fight them.
Yeah.
I like to think about the amount of damage Ever's done because I get buffed him.
Hey, he has landed a couple extra crits into hits.
I had to buff him too.
Mika and
Everyone's
I are
tracking their RDPS.
yeah. They're like, you're only good because of us, bitch.
I'm pretty sure that statement is false.
Shh, that
He is better because of you.
Ow.
But yes, thank you, Kevin, for putting up with my stupid Susanoo mechanic.
No, I like it. I'm here for it.
If those mages fall, that makes your fun turn stuff less fun. Well, it's more fun for me, less fun for you.
Say we're already at Dwarf Fortress levels of fun
Nope.
here.
And anything that lets Lana be fast and do helpful things, I'm here for.
Hell yeah.
I kinda spect her for speed memes, so.
Mhm. He loves big open maps and fun parkour challenges.
Absolutely.
We.
We.
Man, what the fuck?
What the
Are
fuck?
you appreciate that one?
No.
No.
What?
I'll
Matt sent
post
us a
in
meme.
fucking. But it's a fucking strange place.
Uh,
Wait, La Brea has mechanics now? What the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they completely revamped everything. Ultima Weapon is like a real fight now.
I appreciate how he has like a fucking real boy boss limit break.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, no, like the Ristrum solo trial is actually fucking baller now. Like they gave him a freaking big ass glow up. It's ridiculous.
Considering he was practically a striking dummy before.
Practically.
The meme stuff.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh, wow. Alright. So, where were we? Ah, yes. Hibernicus. Alright. So the silly lad's gonna do some silly slaps. Alright. 2 more crits and a hit as he just continues to try to tear through the arm of this thing. Just cleaving off the pointer, middle finger, and thumb of the left hand of this thing, and then tearing his way up the wrist of it with his sword. Demonhost is starting to look a bit not great.
Is Eber we can consider Eber our ally, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna do this then.
Yep. That's a hit. Perfect. I will mark it.
I used preparation before, so I have one more reaction.
All right. And Tomas, you're up.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead.
You get a ping inside of your head from Nara saying, "Would you like a
Oh.
lift?"
Oh, yeah, that'd be great, actually.
All right. And Tomas, you feel the effects of a teleport as you are shunted to the top of the observatory and standing next to the cannon.
Fuck yeah! Okay, from there, Tomas is going to pull out his 8th level arrow of polar ray,
Mhm.
and he's gonna shoot it at the demon host.
All right, hit me with it. With buffs, I think that just hits.
Fuck yes. Okay, so the damage of the bow,
Mhm.
and then I have to find this spell real quick. I forgot, but that it's why are you like this? Can I just cast it? Can I drag it to chat? Chat. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Close enough.
Close enough. 10d8 cold.
Oh god.
I don't. He takes full damage and is drained 2.
Okay. Oh, drained. Jesus Christ, I don't remember how drained works. Well, we're gonna apply it to him.
Stats penalty equal to your drain value on Constitution-based checks such as fort saves.
Oh, damn.
You
Okay.
also lose a number of hit points equal to your level minimum 1 times the drained value, and your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount.
Neat. Okay, so it's 26, 42, 68. Okay.
Does he look particularly angry about that, like when I did the Eldritch shot?
Yeah, remember that thing he just did to Lana?
The ray?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He's aiming that at the observatory.
Oh fuck, okay, I'm going to use my next 2 actions to shoot a ray of frost then.
That misses.
Tomas is good.
So,
What, sorry?
Tomas, you begin summoning the energy. It's really hard to focus it for a second because it's been a while since you actually cast a spell. And you fire this little beam as he just opens his mouth, and just this torrent of light seems to engulf it for a second. As you see the energy hit against a barrier on the outside of the observatory, as Nara focuses on keeping this thing from burning through it. And Tomas, you feel almost like a tug at something, as if something is like unraveling that thread that you pull on all the time, and you just feel the creature's head tilt back skyward as it carves through a bunch of the demons and shoots off into the atmosphere.
Tomas is gonna he's like, thanks, Silkus. And then Reese is gonna hear laughing in his head as his boyfriend laughs like, babe, you got cold damage? And that's his turn. Maya's just gonna hunker down.
Maya doesn't like this.
Maya does not like this. Maya got into melee once and got whacked.
Alright. So. Oh. The demon host is up. What does my boy want to do besides be really fucking mad at all of this? Let's try. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Seeing that he's not very happy with everything that's been going on at the moment, Wolf, I need a reflex saving throw.
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
Matt,
You haven't had enough?
What's up?
if anything he does is consider a reaction, let me know.
Will do.
Yeah.
Alright. So he reaches down for you with his busted up fucking hand that doesn't have the shield, and as you just roll through the gap that him not having a thumb has, he gets mad, and he's gonna make an attack roll on you. That's a hit. I need a fortitude saving throw. That is not enough, sir. All right, so you are going to take.
Oh, is it
No.
hero point?
All right, cool. You take half damage. Lamau. Okay. So you take this, and then you are thrown back 20 feet and smash into Reese.
Oh.
Did I kill Reese by slamming into him?
No, you both take 1d6 damage, though.
Bro, you just got slammed into by a 6'5", 230 weight half orc.
I'm not that small. Reese is 6 foot, dude.
That's not 6'5".
No, it's not. But Reese also has strength. He's fine.
All right. And then he is
230.
going to let out a big funny boy roar. And the ground around you is going to begin to shake as he smashes his foot into the ground, and you feel the fortification begin to crumble slightly. I need everybody, and I mean everybody, to make me another reflex saving throw.
I'm in the air.
Not you, fine. Anybody touching the ground?
Am I touching the ground?
You're in the observatory.
The observatory is shaking.
Okay. You said reflex save?
Yes. Okay.
Maya constantly rolling better than her dad.
Moss and Wolf will take half. Reese failed. Lana and Mika are fine.
Yay.
Okay. This is going to be. Why am I pressing the plus button? Just do this like a sane person. Oofa. Oh. It's been a while since this happened.
What?
As the structure begins to crumble, some of the footing underneath you all gives out, and the fortifications around you begin to crumble. Lana, you manage to avoid stepping through a part of the building that begins to collapse and see a safe route to run off the tower next turn. Reese, as you're picking yourself up from Wolf being thrown into you, the ground underneath you gives out, and you try to reach for something, but you just spiral and just smash your head on the side of the wall and are unconscious at the bottom of the pit.
Ooh.
Oh.
What?
As you take pop.
Fuck!
Yup.
Where? Where?
He's 5 foot down.
I'm out.
Part of the structure is beginning to give way. Reese, Wolf, and Tomas. Some of the equipment they set up for the cannon seems to be giving out as it slides slightly, and you see the dwarf run up and catch it from and hold it just barely in place from you getting clunked in the head with like a several-ton steel cannon. But some of the items suspended around it begin to fall, and you are cracked in the head with a large piece of rigging equipment, and thrown through some objects that aren't really fun for you, Tomas.
Yeah. Ow.
Being struck in the head with essentially like steel cabling is not fun.
Mm-mm. It hasn't been a minute in battle,
It
right?
has not.
Okay.
All right. And with that, Wolf, you're up.
I just realized how funny this is because it's like Wolf ran into Reese and Reese immediately fell unconscious.
Oops. Hey, we're just reliving the classics.
Oh my god, Reese is unconscious behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, time to go back in.
Wow.
Sounds about right.
Whoops.
Wait, can you?
No, it's
can
fine.
I
Do your thing.
hey?
Don't you backseat Pathfinder me?
Serious note. Am I able to like bring Reese from unconscious, or is that a Reese thing to do?
You can bring him from unconscious by healing him
Oh,
if you have
I'll
a means
battle.
to.
I'll battle medicine.
All right. What DC are you going for?
Did it upgrade for me? What are they? Expert is 20, Master's 25.
I think expert is 15, master is 20. I'll
Let's go
double check.
20.
Oh no, it might be 2030.
I think it's 2030 because the master
Oh.
one I do is 30.
So do you want to go for the safe 20 or the more risky 30?
Save 20.
All right, that is a crit. Skills, medicine. That is going to be 4d8 plus 10.
Wolf's slap Reese on the cheek as Reese wakes up.
Try not to fall over anymore, all right?
Oh, shut up.
Wolf will slap Reese's cheek one more time before running back in.
Did you roll healing for me?
What? Wait. Oh, I was supposed to do it. I thought Reese was. What was it again? Sorry.
4d8 plus 10. Neat.
Oh.
There we go. All right. And with
Thank
that, you have 3 actions left.
I run in.
All right.
I power attack.
All right. That's a hit. All right. All right. Roll me a hit.
Oh, I did.
I was talking to Seppi.
Oh.
Ah!
There we go. All right.
Oh.
Who's that?
I have Billy. I have got to get
Oh.
the Amber on Reeves ASAP.
And then... All right. They're looking real rough. All right. Anything else in your turn, Wolf? I think that was it.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Mika, you're up. Reeves, you're on deck.
Oh, fuck. There's still some cannon fodder around. Luckily you are just in range. Charge over to Reese and do a battle medicine
All right.
at 30.
Roll me that medicine check. All right, that's a crit. And I'm checking.
I think mine is. I have it written down. 48 plus 30 master roll. I don't have the healing attached to that.
4d8 plus 40.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Slap that blood black into your body. Bah.
Oh. Thanks. Thanks.
Welcome. And can I do anything else? I feel like I had something in range, but hang on. Or I could do in range. Hang on a second here.
Real quick, Matt, for my planning, is implosion gone?
I will double check.
Cool.
Mika, I can't. I could get up to him, but I can't do anything else at that
Yeah.
point. So I'm gonna stay here with my shield raised in front of Reese. Oh, said the Demon Lord's looking really rough.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot to do the turn thing.
I forgot you got shuffled, by the way.
Yeah. Just gonna say with a mental link real quick. Just spear. Kind of questioning. She's gonna questioning the group about just spear. Just gonna say that.
Spear?
Spear.
Beer?
Spear.
Oh.
Try thinking, questioning whether she should bring it out or not.
Tomas answering like, yeah, I'd love a glass of beer right now, Mika, but I don't think it's the time.
No spear, no spear.
I'd hold on to it.
Okay.
That's our. Yeah.
Alright, and then yeah, so that's it. All in the turn.
All right. Reeves, you're up. And yes, your spell is unfortunately lost.
Good to know.
He went unconscious, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Reeves is going to attack.
Hits.
Damage.
Okay. Also hits. Okay. 2 solid hits.
Okay, and we'll harrowing blows. And we will reparation. And one more attack. Oh.
Oh.
All right. Roll me a crit.
God. Wish I had the ember on you. So many crits.
All right. That's another. All right. They are looking real rough, and they begin turning their attention back to you, Reeves.
It's like, hello, I'm distracting. Look at me.
Bless.
All right. Tell you what, Reeves. Roll me a deception check.
Do I get a penalty for how obvious it is?
We'll see.
We'll fucking see, I guess.
You're hitting really hard. That's enough of a distraction.
I'll hero point that. Oh, whatever.
All right. We'll see if that had any effect.
Okay.
So, next up is Lana.
With Lana's quickened action, she's gonna go ahead and I assume that this is like probably like 10, 20 feet to rise up.
Like 20 feet, yeah. So it's an
Okay.
easy hop.
Yeah. Not so much a hop. She uses her hasted action to run up the wall, and get up here with the 65 feet she has.
Yep.
And then she's just gonna do a quick and easy assurance power leap back to get back over here where she was once before.
Mm-hmm.
And with 3 actions to her name, she's gonna do another key strike flurry with her sword.
All right.
1,
Hit.
2,
Hit.
and fuck it, I'll just roll a third swing now because she's gonna do a third swing. Boo.
Unfortunately not, but we did get 2 hits.
All right, so that'll be. She does also get a +1 from her key strike if that happens to push it over, but I don't know.
Not enough, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. Damage.
All right, and that is. So that's 50, 66 plus the bonuses. Okay.
Yeah.
They are looking very not good.
Okay.
All right, roll me that hit.
37 with bonuses.
Okay. I think that Wolf, did you crit last turn? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. No.
No.
Unfortunately, that is just shy. Oh no, you don't even have the Inspire Courage. Yeah, that's just shy, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Okay. Okay. So, back at the top of the turn order, you hear Nara call out, "Do you have its attention?"
Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at
Hopefully.
me, look at me.
Give it a shot. Brace yourself, Tomas.
Tomas is gonna grab onto the cannon. No, the cannon's what's shooting. He's just gonna flatten himself on the ground.
And we move you. Okay. And you see the demon host lock eyes with you for a second, Reeves, but when he feels the shift, he begins to turn. What would you all like to do to try to stop him? I will let everybody make a single action in initiative order, starting with Tomas, unless you are free to skip if your character is trying not to die from the cannon fire, Tomas.
I think Tomas also doesn't want to draw his attention his way.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he's just gonna not do anything. Can Maya just start howling?
That is an option. Let me see. What could Maya do? Maya is free to make an intimidation check.
Go, Maya, go.
Anything to slow him down.
With 1 action.
All right. Reese, you're up next.
Oh, with a single action. That is so difficult for Reese.
Ooh. Right.
Let's see. This is a long shot.
I like long shots.
It's a very big long shot. I'm going to use the Envision ability on my mask.
Oh.
Which gives me a +4 status bonus to Deception, Diplomacy, Intimidation, and Performance checks.
All right.
And Reese is going to call out, "Hey, eyes on me."
All right. Roll me that performance check since it covers all of those.
Sorry, I was trying to be quiet because my window's open.
How dare you?
Performance check. Okay, so this would be +4. I'm gonna hero point it, just in case, because I haven't used it yet.
Ooh, okay.
55. Yeah.
$55. All right. I will keep that in mind for when all of these resolve.
I got nothing else, man.
I appreciate it. All right. Wolf, is there anything you would like to do to try to slow this? They're currently turning, and there's a fear they might block another shot of Roar of the Mountain with the cannon, and considering how quickly your defenses are crumbling, not sure if you can survive another reloading before all of the Silver Order are overrun.
So the idea is that cannons are hitting the demon host, but we're not winning and drawing it back.
The idea is you want the cannon to hit the demon host, but it seems to be reacting too quickly with its blocks. You need to find some way to slow it down, and everybody is giving one action to do so.
Can I jump on it?
It is an 80-foot tall monster. If you had a high jump ability, maybe, but you could not reach the arm with the shield. You are free to make a weapon stance change if you want to do so. That will not eat up your action, by the way. This is not use an ability you have necessarily, by the way. You can also freeform it, and I will tell you what I need you to roll from it.
Can Wolf use everything at the risk of not being able to fight anymore? To put everything into Moonfang attacking the shield.
So just disperse all of the blade into
to the point like he won't be able to use the rest of the fight yet.
Yep, so just send off all the shards of Moonfang to try to hold off the shield?
Yeah.
Sure, give me an attack roll.
God.
All right. I will keep that in mind. Mika, you're up.
It's not exactly got a lot that she can do to get its attention, but she's gonna basically she's gonna run away from the observatory. I think she can get up to like right here, just right up next to him, and just basically do the lunge attack to run over here and attack.
Just to try to draw its attention with more attacks on it.
Yeah, as far away as she can get from the observatory and stab it up the ass.
Yep. All right, roll me a hit. Ooh.
Oh, wait,
All
I
right.
have the essence on. I forgot about that. All right.
Yes, you do. So, Mika, you've noticed that the flame has been sputtering a little bit throughout this entire fight. You're not sure if maybe it's just the fact that it's been spread so thin because you haven't pushed it this hard before. But as you go to swing in this time, just burning with rage in your hands, a metallic silver, you see the flame flare for a second as you swing in on it. And I will remember that for this next part. All right. Reeves, you're up.
If you will let me, because mechanically it's a little off, I want Reeves to do a strafing run. I want him to get in close and sort of and detonate his explosive charge.
Just like charge in burning finger.
Well, sort of like it's less a strafing run and more like a kamikaze dive right at the thing's like main joint.
I will allow a kamikaze dive.
Let's do it.
All right. How does the explosive work again?
I think so if you will allow my other my other preparation action to carry over, he's just going to dive in, and I think we decided that it's
Load. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, I will allow you to use explode on them.
okay. So yeah, he's going to try and get like right at the thing's elbow to kind of like hopefully have enough concussive force to like knock the arm down.
Okay. Duly noted. Lana, what would you like to do?
Lana is going to kind of glance up. And she is actually going to try to jump as far up its back as she can, and kind of like plunge her sword into its back as she kind of descends.
Got it. So you're trying to make a attack to draw its attention and like make it flinch even for just a second.
Flurry of blows is a single action, if you will permit that, but the big thing is her just trying to get on top of its back and just like physically on top of the thing so that it's more bothersome.
I'd say the movement and the descending strike would be about the limit of it, but I will
Okay.
for flavor, I'll let you do flurry of blows for like a big deep cut.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
All right.
In that case, come on, baby.
Hits.
Uh,
That'll be just a hit.
Okay. And then bang. So
All right.
Oh,
I don't need damage.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
important part. Okay. So, good rolls, everyone. So, as it's going to turn, all right, let's do it this way. So, as it's going to turn, Reeves, you quickly spot the opening and dive in with your weapon overcharging and just detonate the explosives on the top of it. And you feel yourself kind of hit into and ricochet off the arm point as it's pulling back a bit from the pain, but still trying to push through it as the explosion throws you back through the air, and it takes you a few seconds to right yourself, not enough time to get back in and do anything else. Mika, its arm is forced low by Reeves' strike, so seeing it come in, you quickly take your hammer and overcharge and just smash into it, and the hammer seems to ignite for a second in a way that you've never felt before. Almost it seems like it turns the part of the hand it strikes into almost ash as it just blows through part of the hand, losing the pinky finger and part of its palm. And it seems to stagger a bit at the pain as it pulls through before Wolf, you tackle into the arm as Lana digs into the bat, causing them to flinch and knock their weapon down to the ground for a second, as the creature's just stuck to look at you in the eyes, Reese, as your face shifts into the jester's mask and forces his attention onto yours as you hear a thunderous roar and just a tongue torn out of, just ripping his left arm completely off his body and tearing a huge swath out of the front of its chest as it seems to like just regurgitate this molten Icarus blood onto the ground. And well, not entirely dead quite yet as you begin to feel an odd presence in the air. And you think maybe, for just a moment at least, you have a breather as the rifts are forced close with the energy of the demon host waning for a second.
Oh.
And you hear Nara call out for you all to fall back as everybody now drenched in blood and sweat and rain. You feel the demon host too weak to continue on fighting, and almost instantaneously, you all see the Silver Order begin to turn towards you.
We should go. Bree says over the telepathic bond.
Um,
Not alive, you won't. As Ever grips his sword and takes a single step towards you, as Wolf, your friend that had been protecting you only seconds before, brings down his great sword towards you. And Lana, you see several of the archers turn their attention towards you and launch a volley of bolts, and the ones remaining on the western flank start peppering the sky with bolts as well towards you, Reeves. And you see people descending upon you from all sides. And for a moment, you think trying to look for any means to get to the tower safely. For you hear a howl. And the winds pick up in the distance, and almost as quickly as the tides had turned, you feel a deep, deep, bitter cold take to the air as those around you, the ones who had so quickly turned against you, find their bodies snap frozen in frost. And you look towards the source of the howl and see in the distance, watching over you from a mountain, Kira. And Tomas, you begin to realize something as the rain pours and begins to turn into hail, as another figure emerges from within the depths of the observatory, and you see a friend that you happened to have reduced the strain on earlier in Phelan. Do you remember what Phelan's domain is?
yes. Colossus is gonna like roll over in the position on the ground that he put himself in, so he didn't fucking die. Look at Phelan and be like, "Hey, bitch."
And while most of the Silver Order seem to be preoccupied trying to pull themselves free, as you guys see a gap forming, Eber quickly, just with a shift of his body, powers through the building ice on him and begins to charge towards you through the hail and the snow before an unexpected figure descends from the sky, and you see Ever quickly turn and just slice upwards, and you see a gash of blood appear, but it doesn't seem to be enough to stop the creature as this massive white form descends from the sky and just headbutts Eber into the earth and blasts him with a torrent of frost, laughing oh so happily at the fun little game has been allowed to play.
Hey,
As
big
you
brother.
recognize the large form of Torset, you ever so nicely invited to join you.
Um, is the shield still visible on the demon host's body?
It dissipated after it got blasted by the cannon.
Okay.
You're not sure how, but it did seem to be a manifestation rather than a true black void steel shield.
Yeah.
Makes me happy to think that as soon as they turned on us, any of the soldiers with the embers is just guttered out.
Yeah, no, instantly any of the buffs you had on them are gone. If you so choose to drop them. And you see Eber quickly turn and slash another gash into Torsat, but scarred as he is, he doesn't seem to really care too much as long as it isn't something that would sever a limb, as he just flies back outside of Eber's reach, laughing. And slowly some of them begin to pull themselves from the shock and awe attack as you guys begin your retreat, but scattered as you are, it might be a difficult fight. Until you see a small figure emerge from the top. One little Amove.
Yay!
Her eyes burning like embers and her hair aflame.
Get him.
Get him up.
You're done here. Take your men and leave, Ever. Because we're dealing with this. And we'll deal with you too if you don't leave before I'm done. And you see the runes up the side of the tower begin to glow, and Ever opens his mouth to protest. But you see the familiar sigils of a teleportation symbol. Zip, 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 zip. Teleporting him, followed by the other members of the Silver Order out. And Tomas, from your vantage point, and Lana from your vantage point, and Reeves from your vantage point. You would be the three that saw the last one to leave. Would be Valore looking over all of you before you just hear whispered into your heads. Well played. Zoomp.
I'm sorry, did you just call me a simp? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made the teleport noise.
No, he definitely called you a simp.
I certainly feel like a simp.
Oh, maybe he's not so bad after all.
Reese likes him a bit.
Mika never met him before, so she doesn't know.
Yeah,
He was a-
exactly.
He was a bit more. He was a bit more respectful this time around.
He didn't seem to take the last time personally.
He feels convertible.
So
I don't know about that,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
We got dragons.
Don't
so,
know about that.
Tarsat, sad that his immediate prey has been dealt with, turns his attention towards the other ones on the outskirts, that being the remaining demons, as he begins to fly through the sky like a bird eating June bugs out of the air, and keeps himself occupied. Probably because he was warned about what's about to come, as Amove extends her hands out. Expanding domain. May my existence serve as proof that mortal races strive ever towards the heavens, not as a final destination, but a stepping stone to knowledge that lies beyond even that. For as long as I live, my beacon will serve as a guide and inspiration to the future generations, so that they might one day outshine all the stars in the heavens. Grand alchemy. Spark of creation. As you see the demon host, its flesh beginning to mend, slowly try to pick itself up before this tiny little ember begins burning in its chest, before rapidly expanding outwards. And roll me a perception check to see if any of you are quick enough to recognize what exactly is happening.
I have no high hopes for this roll. Yeah, no.
You said perception?
Yes.
Can I hero point that?
Yes.
I think I used mine, so.
Orny
Tomas,
club.
Tomas, Reeves, and Mika. It's only for a second. But rather than a fireball, it almost looks like you're being engulfed by a sun. As it expands outwards from the demon host, encompassing you, the observatory, and everything else. Engulfing the entire fort in a ball of fire. And Mika, you hear a voice call out from within you for a moment and say, So, kiddo, there is unfortunately something that I think only I can manage at the moment, and I figured you'd probably be on board for this, but Do you mind if I went out of retirement for just a little bit so somebody could get a proper send off with you?
Do what you gotta do.
I'll be back. And you feel the presence of Selwys disappear as all of you are pulled within the demon host. And you find Reese, Tomas, and Wolf. You find yourself standing in that same area. The inky black ruined remains of the cultist headquarters, where currently Reiner is facing off against a demonic entity, one that resembles a much less humanoid, rather, creature than the one you faced on the outside. A gnarled, hideous monstrosity that seems to have been locking him in an eternal struggle. And as you all arrive, he blocks one of their blows for a second, jamming the shield into the creature's mouth as he just looks over his shoulder and gives you all a wry smile and says, "Took you long enough? Why don't we finally put this to bed? I think people have suffered long enough.
It's about
It's time for our last fight, friends." And each of you feels a presence welling up within you as the five of you that are known to be carrying a hero feel it resonating within you. And Mika, you feel a confused presence for a moment before, within your mind space, you see somebody else arrive in Selwys's desk after they had left. You're not entirely sure how she did it, but it seems a Mauve has taken her place, albeit temporarily. For after all, this is the fight that the Seven Heroes started. Perhaps it's time that the Seven Heroes and those who came in their footsteps finished it together. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, I am going to be reaching out to each of you before the next session because I want all of you to start thinking, what type of combo move would you like to do with the Seven Hero
Oh fuck
within
yeah.
you?
Oh my god.
I-
no.
Matt, I already have the answer to that. I showed you this GIF like forever ago, but like I'm gonna send it to you again. It's from
Hell yeah.
it's from a mobile game that I play.
If you have any ideas, feel free to send them to me. If you would like
Hang
ideas,
on.
I have a
I
few
hope-
for each of you that I can bounce off.
I really hope
It's
this is
gonna
still in my
like
memory.
my
I don't
pick.
want to go find it.
The heroes aren't
Um,
there physically, are there? They're in our heads still?
They're in your heads.
Okay, okay.
Someone
Sephi,
say my name?
if you're curious, I want Theodore's EX to be the combo
I
move.
know. I know. I absolutely know. Yes.
You said you're
I-
gonna like what I pick. That
Oh,
I have a few ideas, Matt, but I also want to hear what you have.
All right. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun with my little silly boy fight, and then
Fine,
the
I'll
dipshits
go
that
before it
you
again.
helped out earlier coming in to save you.
I love the combo we all did at the end
Uh-huh.
to
That was
make
that
sure the
was
shock
awesome.
went off.
I love little non-mechanical moments.
I think that performance roll is the highest roll I've ever rolled in this game.
Mhm. There was enough to stop it without that, but it was a nice fuck you moment of him staring into the mask as he just gets fucking eviscerated. Just like, look at me. I'm the boss now, as he just turns to Adams.
Look at me, bitch.
Quietly whispers, bitch.
I didn't have anything else. He's just sitting there like on the ground. He hasn't even gotten up yet. He's just like, hey bitch, look at me. Pay attention to me.
Ever can't catch a break, man.
Good, he's a bitch.
Say ever can get fucked.
That man was gonna come and kill me.
Oh yeah.
You were the closest person.
Tomas technically was.
Tomas is 80 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
It's a toss up between you and Wolf, and you are the easier target as far as he's concerned.
Wolf was already dealt with.
Yeah.
He's also a petty bitch.
It's
He's still
true.
mad that I shot him in the face.
It's true.
That is true. But yeah, I hope you all had fun with your big fun boy, and now we get the follow-up where the first time any of you have had to physically fight mechanically any of the internal demons, because the Pride Demon is a really big strong boy. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how next session goes. I know we cannot play on the 29th, and I think we might not have been able to play on the 6th as well, but I will confirm at a later date. Until then, I look forward to seeing what ideas you come up with, and hopefully I'll come up with something really fun for the final fight of the 4th arc.